Ladies and gentlemen, Anthony Jordan here with a man I was honoured to have met back in August of 2014. I just showed him the picture and the honour went even further when he said we look like brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, it's an honour to once again be in the presence of the one, the only, the messenger, Luciano.
Blessed, Brother Anthony.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm giving thanks, man.
So,
So holding the faith and giving thanks to the Almighty Jah for this day, you know.
Blessing. So tell us, since 2014, what has Luciano been up to?
Well, I've been busy traveling, spreading the message, you know, going to places and, you know, making people happy, you know, sending inspirational music out there and always, as I say, making music, you know, keeping myself busy, you know.
Indeed, that has not gone unnoticed, I guarantee you. One, there is the Grammy nomination that was there. On top of that, the radio stations are loving it all around the world. So that I'm glad to hear, and we are looking forward to it. You're here once again in the UK for the Zion Awake tour. How's the atmosphere been so far for you?
Well, I have to give thanks because you can see the warm welcome and a lot of my fans who, you know, they were mourning with me because I just lost my son. So I know they were really like, a lot of them were wondering if I'd be able to sing again to the levels with that same energy, and some wondering if I'm still flipping, if I'm still, you know, and doing my flips and all those things. And so, you know, so it's great. It's like a reaffirmation to the people that, yes, I am here. I'm still on the mission. I look to continue. Give thanks for the prayers and the meditation and the condolences and all my fans who reach out during my tribulation. I am here, my people, the messenger, giving thanks. We started out in Ipswich, and I'm telling you, it was really, really a nice welcoming. It's like a welcome party for us, you know.
Again, that is something, it was so heartbreaking when the news reached over to us, you know. So again, condolences on my end.
My brother, we have to just use this opportunity right now, whatever chance we get. You know, the medium is a perfect way we can talk to the youths out there, because we want to, you know, encourage them to stay on the positive pathway. Stay away from violence, stay away from wrongs, from living, a frivolous life, getting caught up in corruption. Because we want to tell them really and truly, a lot of brothers out there do things, and it's when they finish that they realize that they feel sorry. Because these youths who get involved in my youth's death are some young youths. And when I see them in court, because I have to, every time I try to be at court and to be there, to let them see how serious I take this thing, because I'm still seeking justice, even though I leave it in the hands of the law and in the hands of the Lord. But I still would want to see justice served to I and I, because these children can't just do these wrongs and get away. We have to warn the youth themselves, for every work that you've done on the face of the earth, you get your reward. You get your just reward. So be careful what work you do, you know. So it's a serious mission, Brother Anthony, and I know. You know, as I say, we keep the spirit alive, keep the hope alive, and continue to be an inspiration for especially the youngsters out there, you know.
It's so true, it's so true. And again, the name, the messenger, it's so true and powerful that is something you have always delivered to your fans through the airwaves. You know, I would say even outside of the music, just conversation alone, you can always see that positivity, the power of doing right.
Yes, I.
Let's go right back though. What was the early inspirations for Luciano in music?
Well, I started out just loving to sing, you know, because I, you know, from the countryside. I'm from Davidton, Manchester. My mother and father had 9 of us, 5 girls and 4 boys. I'm the 7th child. It ended up, as the last son, I had to be doing most of the work. After my big brother, them start watching me now, them see my muscles developing. Them start giving me most of the work with water to carry. And I forgot to look good in the bushes for the fire, you know. And most of the thing I have to tie out the goats, look rabbit feeding, but then work me out, man. But, you know, at the end of the day, that was to strengthen me.
Yes.
And I give thanks. As I say, I never had no problem, you know, because in the vigor of youth, you have the strength and you have the energy. And I really love to see the yard sweep. So I used to get up early morning and sweep the yard. And then I discover one thing. Because every time, the first man who wake up, I always get the first mango and all them till they drop off of the tree. So I always love wake up, I go sweep the yard, I get the best mango and put them one side. You know, so there's a benefit. There's always an incentive for the willing. My mother always say a thing. Willing picnic, blessing big, and unwilling picnic, blessing little. So I always, you know, I always say, boy, I want enough blessings, so I always work hard. I used to follow my mother to the marketplace and things. But you know what? My father was a carpenter, And he built the first guitar that I became acquainted with. And from that, I think that was where my heart, that was a key that opened the doors to my heart for music. From then on, I started practice to play. I hear my father plays the choruses, because my father was an evangelist. So I practiced my songs and started playing from them till the age of 10, 11 coming up. My father, he died when I was 11 years old. And from then I just continue on with that mission and said, boy, I always thinking in my mind that I know my father would be happy if I should master this guitar. So I play until I master it. And then I start writing my own songs and things. So it's from a tender age. Even going to church, I used to sing in the choir and, you know, always like in concerts. I would be the first one to run up there with my guitar and to expose my talent, you know.
Indeed. It's been appreciated. And again, you say from a young age, and we're talking a career that spanned 20 years. 20 plus.
Professionally, I started recording in 1992, but I was singing and mashing up enough stage show from long before that, you know.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying? I got my break when I was about 29 going to 30. And you have some people, you know, sometimes you come across critics and I say, boy, you see I turn old man. You know, I go bust again. I mean, I say, I don't can't go on. I know that.
And the proof is here.
And the proof is here. I remember we had it was a thesis contest. And we decided, because anywhere you can get an opportunity to expose the talent, I would find it. You know, so I heard about thesis contest and we went there. And I went with my brother-in-law and my sister. We formed a group named Magnum Force. I don't know where we come with that name, the Magnum Force. And you know, the night of the contest, some man fire a gun, he could have well been a Magnum too. And cause a stampede, one piece, I think, first we get boo off of the stage. And then after the boo, we have one piece of stampede, we have to run for life. I said, what a terrible experience this. After that now, my brother-in-law, he got discouraged. My sister, she said, I don't want to go back the next year. I said to them, so, yo, TSC stand contest again, you know. Yeah. Them said, me no want to go back. But me say, yeah, me nah make that stop me. Before some go up on a solo tradition. So that's how I ended up now as a messenger and as Luciano, as Stepper John. I started out DJing, I tried DJing and everything. But it goes to show that in life, if you want to achieve something, you have to just go for it. No matter the little obstacles you come across in life and you face, you know?
Yeah. Stepper John. Where did we get, what caused the change? Yeah.
Well, Alex, when I came to town, well, after I graduated from high school, I've never had a job, couldn't find a job, so. Because I always look at big job and can't get a job, you know, because I passed 3 subjects, maths, English and biology. So I always try stepping at some big firm and tell them that I want, and you know, if I could get a job in their enterprise, and I, you know, suggesting to them that I feel I can be of good import, of good use to their enterprise, and I couldn't get a job, so I ended up in the marketplace because I had a brother, Enoch. I still have a brother, Enoch, who used to go to the market at them times. So I just decided to go along with him and carry some oranges. And the first time we go, it work out, and we carry next time we carry more bags until we come on the biggest orange man in the town. So, but after that I said, you know, I have to come to Kingston. I have to, because I had this thing in me, this music, as even going to the market, I would take along my guitar with me. So while they're singing, and, you know, sometimes, you know, every time you're singing here, a lady come up and say, well, you don't go to town, go to Kingston. So that's how I finally went to Kingston now. But when I went to Kingston, I realized I couldn't just, there was no orange selling for me there. I said, I'm not coming to Kingston to sell orange. I come to Kingston to further my music. But when I realized I still needed a skill or a job, so I ended up doing upholstering. I went into a upholstering place, Mr. Campbell's upholstering on Law Street. Started doing upholstering, and there the way I used to walk, I still walk with a little extra stride, you know. The man them call me Stepper, them start call me Mud Stepper, see? So I said, this Mud Stepper thing, man. The name Stepper stick to me. So I take off the mud fast, come and say, yo, what kind of Mud Stepper?
Okay.
But my case, I take off the mud fast. And say, well, call me Step on a man. And then call me Step on me just, I don't know where the Step on John because it's Johnny Walker. This name Johnny Walker.
Yeah.
It just rhyme up. Some say, you know, in Jamaica it's always accustomed to find a name that people can relate to. So I come up with this Step on John. But it wasn't working because every time I go to a producer and I'm saying, where you from? I said, well, them time that I was staying in Central Village. Because when I leave Manchester, I stayed by my brother in Central Village. I said, where your name? He said, where you from? I said, Central Village. Where your name? Stepper John. The man said, Stepper from Village. So them associate the two names as that bad man from Village, man. So, advice to the ear, sir. I said, I think, and I said, I think I better change his name, man. But when I met with Mr. Homer Harris now, he's a man from the UK. He was affiliated with some Italians. Then he had migrated back to Jamaica, and he was there for a while. And he was always like, he's still one of those pioneers who help, youngsters coming up in business, inspire them and tell them, put them on the right path. He said to me, man, I was singing in the upholstering place one day, and I met with the supervisor. The supervisor knew Mr. Harris. So he told me about Mr. Harris and said, well, introduce me to Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris is the type of man, he gave me the name Luciano. He gave Sister his name.
Okay.
He gave Buju Banton his name. Spanabana. Wow. We all passed through his hands, So he was the man who said, man, this Step of John not going to work at all, I'm going to give you a right name. So we came up with Luciano. And this is how I started out, with this name Luciano. When I go and tell some other producers now, I tell you how funny this thing is, my brother. Some people think it's my name, and I say, what's your name? I say, Luciano. My name changed now to Luciano. I say, Luciano. You can't name Luciano. I say, you can't go on that. I say, no Italian name. So I said, yeah, I want a name that people love and cannot, And I used to watch a lot of movies with Luciano. The gangster and said to myself, well, it's a nice name, at least it has a stigma to it. Yeah. But when I started in this business, I realized it's more than just singing and just limelight and just having a name. And, I realized it's a mission. Mm-hmm. So when I go and investigate the name Luciano, I realized that Luciano means bearer of the light. And Luci is a prefix which means light. So Luciano is bearer of the light. So I said, okay, it's a nice name. But each time, especially in Rastafarian tradition, especially when we go to like the Naya Bingi and 12 tribe gathering, a man would say, boy, the name Luciano. A man even go as far as call me Lucifer one night time. I say, Lucifer. So he's a man who come out of the Bible. He's a Bible man still, I grew up in the church and me embrace the Bible. And some of the Bingi man, I say, yo, no Bible around here, kind of Bible, Jesus and this and that. And, I go through a little phase. So this is how I came up with the title, The Messenger. Because in the quest to find a name that really signifies what I'm about, I came up with the title, The Messenger. And this is who I am too, because I was reading the Bible in Malachi, the book of Malachi, It tell me, behold, the Lord, the messenger will come to prepare the way for the Lord God, which shall suddenly come to his temple. And it really, it really came home to me. Malachi chapter 3. I read that chapter and it just come home to me as that. I say, I like this. Because we are all messengers, really. Especially singers and players of instruments. We are all messengers for the Almighty. So I just gravitate and I take on this title and start using it.
Yeah, and it has fit so well, both the messenger and the bearer of light.
Yes, man. I'm going to tell you, say, almost every 3 years, I come with a next name I add on to, because my next name now is the Kabbalah, man. That's where that comes.
And all of them fit. We will add each one
each time. When I go to Africa, nobody don't know me as no Luciano and a messenger down there, so I pay Kabbalah, especially when I go Gambia. Someone called me one time, some soldier said, Kabbalah, man, come here, sir. I'm going to say, what's up, soldier? And I say, see your brother here. So I say, who's that? You know what his name is? I said, what's his name? This is Kabbalah, man, So it's really an interesting road of life, and a route that I've taken. It's a spiritual pathway. It's full of excitement, it's full of temptation also. A lot of tests come our way. But I love what I'm doing. And it was great that, because even along the road I've come across a lot of my peers who decided, said, boy, I'm going to go on a sexy Rasta route, and some man take it different, and you know, but I say I want to get on the pathway of righteousness, and especially when Garnet Silk came up, because the time when I came around was when the Garnet Silk and Buju Banton and Tony Rebel was hot on the box, kicking it, and I said, I love the vibes with Garnet Silk because he brought the Bible to the people. And even though him sing little love song and thing in between, his main core message was really a spiritual one. And then with the works of the great Dennis Brown, because I study all the greats, you know, from the great King Marley, King Dennis, Peter Tosh, you know, Jimmy Cliff, Burning Spear, Israel Vibration, just to name a few of the brothers. Admiral Tibet is another great brother who I've noticed him, he never deviated from the cultural path. And you know, Mr. Sugar Minott, again, these great pioneers, they've paved the way for us. So I really kind of gravitate more to the cultural side, you know, and when reading books, teachings of His Majesty, opinions of Marcus Garvey, you know, philosophies, you know, of some great men, you know, studying the greats, I just get inspired more to be on this pathway. I say, I don't want us, at the end of the day, people just remember me for some little sexy rice will come and say, oh baby, I love you. Look like that, you know. I want to be remembered as a freedom fighter, you know. No, yeah, man.
And it is so true, and that is what has come to. Yeah, it's such powerful classics along the way.
Real, man.
Give so many. Me again, you know.
It's me again, Jah. Lord, give me strength, sweep over my soul.
Give praise
to Rastafari, carry Jah road. Good God, good God. And you know, honestly, when you work for Jah, come on people, think about it. If you work for the creator of all things, can you run out of anything? You can't run out of nothing. You can't be no wants. You understand? Indeed. So that's why I say when I choose Jah road, I say, boy, and I read in the Bible again, because the Bible, if you notice, I don't left my Bible. The Bible, it's a guideline, you know, because even though I started out in the church, I study and I read research, and I realize that this Bible tells me about His Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. So for those brothers out there who don't even want to embrace it the way or we should, they have something coming for them. You know, I wish them well. But I would advise them to listen to what His Majesty says about the Bible. Because if we really respect, or I respect His Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, saying we would listen what he says. And if His Majesty can tell us that he himself glory in the Bible, why should we deny it? So it has been my guide and been a lamp unto my path. And with this Bible, with inspiration, natural inspiration from the mystics, from living naturally, from reasoning with elders, because one of the greatest things one, especially a youngster, can get is when you can listen to elders. Because me and you can read and get our one understanding, but when you listen to the elders, they give you a greater insight into the matter or on the topic. So I believe the first step towards achieving the great is to be humble. From you humble yourself. I never born and consider my father like my father was big like Bob Marley or Peter Tosh. The Marley brothers, them born with gold spoon in their mouth. I born with a wooden spoon in my mouth for your key. Yeah. But I never make, hardship stop me. I remember when I just came to Kingston with my guitar and I sing, I went to me, so I go from studio to studio. And it was the hardest thing to break through. I remember I was singing for a producer, and I said, let me go up with my guitar. I said, Mr. Day, because what I would do, like 4 days, I'd go to the upholstery, to my work, and then I take a day at least. I always use Wednesdays. I don't know why, but I just, since them say half day Wednesday, most business closed down. See? Okay. So I say, you know what, I can take this 1 day Wednesday and just don't bother go for the half day. Just go to a studio and start knock a studio door. So I remember one day I went to a studio, I went to Tough Gang. And I said, I always want to go to Tough Gang because when you have to aim for the greats if you want to reach great heights. So I to go to Tough Gang and see a producer, kick back, and people going to him and I said, man, go meet this man. So we go up to, I don't remember his name, the way the man share me, man. But we go up to him and I said, "Sir, you have a nice, good day, sir. You know, I'm from, my name is so and so. And I have some nice songs." And he said, what kind of song? I said, "I have a nice love song." At that time, when you get a little broken hearted, because, you know, but my first love had broken my heart. You know, don't want to call her name. But. So I sing a song, say, I cry, and I sing a song, say, "Why did you do me this?" And, you know, I'm crying tears, baby, tears, man. Somebody did sing about this tears, and man said, "Oh, big man like you come talk about tears. Man said, "Too much crying, man, you ball too much, man." The man didn't give me a chance, but I say, but a real experience, man, tell you what going on. The man say, too much balling, man. By the time I could say, the man said, "Bro, me about a song, you know, sir." Man said, "Next!" But we just got me just walk, me nearly walk out to that one moving vehicle, man. Show me feel, man. Oh, God. It's like when you go for embassy to get visa and you get it. I had a feeling they take me, man.
Nah, I hear you. Sir, it's been an absolute honour to catch up with you again. There was so much more we could have gone through. I know you have a concert coming up, as usual, sir. Best of luck. I know you will perform amazing. And can we just get like a final a cappella from yourself for the lifestyle on Ben?
Just like the river, moving waters on and on to the sea, like the ocean, always in motion. That is how we got to be. Just like the wind that blows on a constant flow, that gives us life wherever we go. Like the sun that shines and allows all things to grow. God is our source and everyone should know. We should never give up, just keep on trying. Never give up, believe in what you're doing. You should never give up, just keep on trying. Always be firm within. Yeah, man.
Thank you very much. As always, an absolute honour. Give thanks again.
Anthony Jordan.
That's the one. That's
Keep the river flowing, man. God bless every time.
The messenger has passed it on. I cannot give gentlemen, please. It's out now. The Grammy-nominated album, Zion Awaits, from the messenger himself, Luciano. Fantastic album. You have to support it. Sir, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Best of luck with the concert and everything going on. Keep it up.
And you keep up the great work.
It's an honour to receive that from you, sir. Thank you very much. Anthony Jordan with the one and only Luciano, signing out.